Let's put some of this into practice. The following scenarios are kinds of situations you might actually find yourself in. Think about what you'd do. Has anyone here or anyone you know at work ever been put in an uncomfortable position by someone outside the organization? You're a target, not because you've done anything wrong, but because of what you know and what you have access to. Someone who wants to get inside your organization might approach you directly, offering money, making threats, or applying pressure to get you to share your login, grant access, or look the other way. If that ever happens, or if you ever get a whiff of something like that is being attempted, report it straight away to the right people in your organization. And if you're going through a tough time personally, don't tough it alone. Your organization's employee assistance program is there for a reason. Picture this. You're at your desk and you notice a colleague doing something that doesn't seem right. What do you do? First up, make sure you know the rules yourself. You can't flag something that's wrong if you're not sure what right looks like. Stay across your organization's security policies and ask questions if anything's unclear. If you do see something that seems like a breach, report it to security office. You're not dobbing someone in for no reason. You're helping your organization stay safe. The security team can work out whether it's actually an issue. Has anyone ever received an MFA push notification they weren't expecting? Or had someone ask them to read a code that just came through on their phone? This one catches a lot of people off guard because it feels low stakes. It's not a password, it's just a 6-digit code that expires in 30 seconds, right? How much damage can that do? Quite a lot, actually. Here's how it plays out. An attacker already has your username and password, maybe from a data breach, maybe from a phishing email you clicked last month. The only thing standing between them and your account is MFA. So they try to log in, triggering a push notification or a one-time code to your device. Then they contact you, posing as IT support, a help desk contractor, or even a colleague, and ask you to read out the code or approve the push. If you do, they're in. This technique is called MFA fatigue or MFA bypass, and it's one of the most common ways attackers get past multi-factor authentication. Some go further and repeatedly spam push notifications hoping you'll approve one just to make them stop. The rules are simple but firm. Never share a one-time code with anyone, not IT, not your manager, not someone claiming to be from your software vendor. A legitimate system never needs you to read a code out loud to a third party. Never approve MFA push requests you didn't initiate yourself. If you get a notification and you weren't just trying to log in, deny it immediately and contact IT. If you receive an unexpected MFA request, especially multiple in a row, treat it as a signal that someone already has your credentials and is actively trying to get in. Report it straight away. If you think your account might be compromised, even if you're not sure, contact IT immediately. Speed matters here. Imagine your head of security walks up to you at the entrance and says they've forgotten their badge. Can you let them in? It's a tough spot, but the answer is no. Badges exist for a reason. They show that someone has authorized access to that space. If someone doesn't have theirs, they need to sort it out through the proper channels. Don't let anyone tailgate or piggyback in behind you, no matter how well you know them, and if you lose your badge, report it and get a replacement sorted straight away. Be honest. Who has clicked on a link in an email and immediately thought, oh no, I shouldn't have done that? If an email feels off, even slightly, don't click the link. Don't open the attachment. A single click can be enough to install malware on your computer, and it's not just exe files that you need to worry about. PDFs and Word documents carry the same nasties too. If you're not sure whether an email is legitimate, contact your IT help desk before you do anything. And if you've already clicked on something and you're second guessing yourself, call them immediately. The sooner they know, the sooner they can act. How many of you have ever posted something about work online, even something totally innocent? Social media is a genuinely tricky one, because the line between sharing something harmless and sharing something sensitive isn't always obvious. Before you post anything related to your organization, ask yourself, could this information be used to harm me or my organization? Is this actually appropriate to share publicly? Does my organization's social media policy cover this? When in doubt, leave it out. And make sure you actually know what your organization's policy says. It's worth a read. Quick one. How many of you use an AI tool at work? And do you know what happens to the information you put into it? AI tools have become part of everyday work life, and it's not going away. But they introduce data exposure risks that a lot of people haven't thought about properly. The question isn't just whether you're using an improved tool, it's how you're using it, and what's actually happening to the data you're feeding into it. The 2026 Verizon DBIR put some hard numbers to this. It found that 67% of users access AI tools via non-corporate accounts on their corporate devices. Using a personal account, not a work one. Shadow AI has become so prevalent that it's now the third most common non-malicious insider action detected in data loss prevention systems, representing a four-fold increase from the previous year. The most commonly exposed data type is source code, and in 3.2% of DLP violations, research and technical documentation was uploaded to unauthorized AI systems, a direct intellectual property exposure risk. Here's the scenario we're thinking about. Your organization has an approved AI tool for one internal use, but you've logged in with your personal account instead of your work one. Maybe because it's quicker or because you already have an account set up. Feels harmless, right? It's not. When you use a personal account in an AI tool, even one the organization has approved at the organizational level, the data you enter may be stored under your personal account, processed under different privacy terms, potentially used to train the model, and completely outside the visibility of your IT and security teams. Your organization has no way to audit what was shared, retrieve it, or know what happened. Now imagine what was in the prompt. A client name, a financial figure, a confidential project brief, internal strategy. It's gone into a system your organization has no control over, under terms it never agreed to. This is one of the most common accidental insider incidents happening right now, and most of the people doing it have no idea it's a problem. The DTEX cases we covered earlier showed that the AI tool usage is one of the first things investigators look at when something goes wrong. The footprint is always there, even when people think they've been careful. A few practical things to keep in mind. Always use your work account, not a personal one, when accessing AI tools approved by your organization. The account you log in with determines which terms apply and where the data goes. Never paste anything sensitive, confidential, or client identifying information into any AI tool unless you know for certain it has been approved for that kind of data. When in doubt, assume it hasn't. Unapproved AI tools, sometimes called shadow AI, are a genuine risk. If a tool isn't on your organization's approved list, don't use it for work purposes, even if it seems helpful. Be mindful of what's in your prompts. Even indirect references to clients, projects, or internal systems can expose information you didn't intend to share. If you're unsure whether something is okay to enter into an AI tool, check with your IT or security team before you do it, not after. The goal isn't to stop people from using AI. It's to make sure the data your organization is responsible for stays where it's supposed to be. Using an approved tool the wrong way is still the wrong way, and it's your responsibility to know the difference.